The next step in the strategic marketing process is identifying target markets, or targeting. So here we are on our BSB126 unit map, and we're in the strategic area up the top here. We've finished with segmentation, or we haven't finished with segmentation, but we're using segmentation then to identify target markets, and we're still in chapter 6. So here we're going to look at the differences among targeting strategies and what to do when you've decided which segments to target. And here's our process again, and we are working in steps 3 and 4 here. So evaluating the attractiveness of segments and then identifying which customers to go after. Very important part of marketing strategy. So conceptually, targeting is like this. We have our segments that we've identified from segmentation analysis. They each have different needs in each of the segments based on the benefits that they're getting from the product or what they've identified before. So we've got 3 basic segments here, and A, B, and C. And so what targeting does is, once a segmentation is over, targeting looks at the segments, sees how attractive each one of them is, and then weighs them up against the value proposition of the firm or the capabilities of the firm, what they're able to provide. And in certain cases, it can lead to not targeting certain groups, because that's also an important decision. So for example, this firm, I say our value proposition, our capabilities are well aligned with segment A and segment C, so we'll target those, but not so much with segment B, so that's not what that's not who we're going after. So that's the basics of targeting. It's once you've got the segmentation done, identifying which customers to go after. So looking at segments, how attractive they are, there's a couple of different factors to take into account. Is the segment big enough? Is it substantial? You'd like it to be growing, of course. No good identifying a segment and there's only one customer in there, and that customer is so small that it doesn't really make sense targeting them. So is the segment substantial enough? Can you reach the segment? Is it legal, for example? Maybe if you are an alcohol manufacturer, you've identified a segment of people under 18, but in this country that's not legal, and so they would not be a reachable segment. Even though they may be attractive in terms of profitability, they're not reachable that way. Are they responsive? Do they respond well to the messages? Are there enough of them? Are they growing for them to be profitable? And can you identify who they are, where they are, so that you can communicate your value proposition to them and you can deliver the value proposition? So all of those make up segment attractiveness. And once you've evaluated the segments and how attractive they are, then you would look for the ones to target and the ones that you would not target. So here's an example of a magazine. They've got 20 niche magazines focusing on different aspects, because they realize that their readers require different things, and so they have different needs, and so they're able to reach lots of different segments, but they probably don't go after every segment of the magazine reading population. That's not where their firm capabilities are. So once you've identified the segments that you're going to go after, there are different targeting strategies: differentiated, concentrated, micro-marketing, or undifferentiated. Let's take undifferentiated first, this one over here. That's basically when you look at all the segments that you're going after and you basically just treat them as one. So you have one marketing mix, one price, one product or product varieties, one distribution system, one set of communications, and everybody gets in your segments gets basically the same marketing mix. Differentiated would be you take that your segments, and whether you have A, B, or C, and then segment A would get a certain marketing mix, B would get a different marketing mix, perhaps different products, different prices, etc. And then again, C would get a different one. So each segment gets a different marketing mix. The concentrated is when you take the case we had before, but then you're focusing on just maybe one or two of those segments. And so you might be going after segment A here and leaving the rest behind. So now you're just concentrating. And in the micro marketing or one-to-one, that's when you have marketing mix to customer. And you would have mix to customer 2. And sometimes this is unfeasible. It doesn't work out. The economies of scale are not there, so like auto manufacturing, but sometimes like in computer laptop production, it does work out. You can basically order the laptop that you want. It's just for you. It's that product mix just for you. Or think of it another way in a service, like a doctor. The doctor would not provide a general information about someone in your segment, but they would treat you as an individual. So that would be a product, which is their advice and any medicines they would give you. That would be on a one-to-one basis. Here's Coke. They basically have, an undifferentiated strategy for their Coke product, and then they differentiate in terms of Diet Coke and the other flavors that they have, and the bottles of water and the iced teas and those type of things. But even within Coke, within a mass marketing strategy, they've tried to take it here so that they take a product that's available for everyone, that doesn't change in terms of the formula of the product or the taste of the product, and then try to personalize it a little bit. So this is trying to get some aspects of one-to-one marketing into a mass marketing program. So targeting strategies include undifferentiated, differentiated, concentrated, and micro marketing. And which one is chosen or which combination is chosen depends on the value and the needs of your target customers.